Morbius the Living Vampire is easily an underrated Marvel supervillain, and I just saw his first film, Morbius, now playing in theaters. But is this new Marvel flick really that bad as they say? Or am I going to have to put the bite on these dissers and prove they're wrong? Dead wrong. No offense. Watch this spoiler-free review and find out. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released superhero flick of a horror flick, that is, a superhero horror flick, Morbius, released by Columbia, along with Marvel, based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name. It's the third overall film in Sony's Spider-Man universe. The film is directed by Daniel Espinosa, who I'm trying to do some search on him. Yeah, he's mostly done some independent films and what have you, so this is a big major flick for him. The film stars Jared Leto in the title role, along with Matt Smith, Adria Arjona, Jerry Harris, Madrigal, and Tyrese Gibson. The film focuses on the title character of Dr. Michael Morbius, who becomes a living vampire after curing himself of a rare disease. Now, apparently, when he was young Michael welcomes his surrogate brother named Lucian, but he renames Milo, and they bond over their shared blood illnesses and desire to be normal. Well, the director of the hospital they're staying as their adoptive father, Nicholas, he arranges for him to attend a medical school in New York while he focuses on caring for Milo. And years later, after declining a Nobel Prize for his work with synthetic blood, well, he discovers his colleague, Martin Bancroft, discovers he has secretly captured dozens of vampire bats from Costa Rica in the hope of splicing their genes with his own to cure his condition. But anyway, the cure works, but it turns Michael into a vampire, and boy goes after just almost anybody big time. And now he's got everything: superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, and echolocation. Yeah. But things do take a turn for the worse, and two FBI agents are actually hot on Morbius's trail. But that's all I'm going to tell you on this story. Okay, I'm not giving the whole story away because this is a spoiler-free review, and you know it. Anyway, now from what I'm reading here, Jared Leto, who recently played Joker in the Suicide Squad. No, not last year's Suicide Squad. I mean, as in the Suicide Squad original. He does a much better job in playing this character, unlike what he did with Joker. I mean, some people are just complaining. Well, some of my friends aren't even like his performances, but I'm gonna say Leo wasn't too bad. Now, according to my source, he was drawn to the character's struggle with his disease and the moral implications of a hero who has a thirst for blood. And he found the role surprisingly challenging since it was less character-driven than his prior performances and closer to his real-life personality, not requiring his well-known method acting approach. Now, that's understandable. Next up, playing Milo is Matt Smith. Most of y'all know him best as the former third rebooted version of Doctor Who. Now, actually, he's turned down many superhero film roles, but he joined the film due to director Daniel Espinosa's involvement and encouragement from his former castmate Karen Gillan, who recently played Nebula in the MCU and has also appeared in films such as the recent Jumanji reboot and more recently Gunpowder Milkshake, plus a lot of other films. Anyway, now according to this, he was originally announced to play comic book character Lucius Crown, aka Hunger, but later changed to a significantly different character based on Morbius himself. You'll see why when you see this. Now, Adria Arjona plays Martine Bancroft. I will say I do like this one's performance. Now, she said the character was the smart one in the room and took inspiration from politician and activist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Jared Harris, who I've known him from maybe a few movies, most notably Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler and a couple of the Resident Evil films, plays Dr. Nicholas. Who's not too bad. The two FBI agents hanging out Michael are Albert Rodriguez, played by Al Madrigal, and Simon Stroud, played by former R&B star and Fast and Furious, big star Tyrese Gibson. Now, I'm really was surprised. Now, although the character of Simon Stroud was actually white, the producers made him black to cast the actor. But hey, that's an understandable. And he has a high-tech weapons great arm in the film, and he described him as a superhero in ways. And soon he signed a 3-picture deal when he joined the film. So I wish him the best of luck. But anyway, you will get 2 mid-credit scenes in the end. Now, I thought there was to be a coda, but it seems somebody proved me wrong. Somebody must have been giving me a misunderstanding. I thought we were going to see Spider-Man this, but somebody proved me wrong. But anyway, enough about that. Now, I do like the performances Leo and Smith give to us. Now, I do have some downsides with the film. Now, some of the story actually kind of makes sense in ways, but there are some that were just a little, I don't know, it's hard to describe some of the parts, but most of it was really good. I really did appreciate Daniel Espinosa's directing and what have you. Really good. The music by John Ekstrand wasn't too bad, the score. Now, but my big complaint with the film was the CGI. Now, I like a little bit of the CGI, like mostly in some of the fight scenes, but in some of the chase scenes or escape scenes, some of them were a little off and what have you. But even so, that's just my biggest complaint with the film. But I really don't think there's much of a complete bit of wrongness. Now, critics have been hard on this due to the uninspired effects and road performances and what have you. They're just saying that it's uninspired and dated. You know what I think? I think these critics just don't have enough time to read a blooming comic book or something like that. Believe me, the only thing I can remember seeing Michael Morbius that was in the Spider-Man animated series in the 90s. And I did find out he's actually been in comics. He's been in the comics since, let me see. For the last 50 years, he made his first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man number 101 in October of 1971. So anyway, I think surely a lot of you people would have enough brains as to know that. But anyway, I'm not really going to say this, but I'm saying critics, You're wrong on some things. Now, I think the story could have just used a little spin polish, but most of it was good, though. Some of the action sequences were pretty good. It's just that some of the CGI was a little, well, again, a little off at times, but mostly some of the effects during the action sequences were pretty good when Morbius was in his vampire form attacking people and what have you. But you'll find out if you got what it takes to see this. I'd say go to a theater and give this a one-time watch. Okay? Enough said. Alright, now for my score, I'm gonna give Morbius 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. It may not be one of the best Marvel films and what have you outside of the MCU. It comes close to being as good as the first Venom, not quite as good as last year's Let There Be Carnage, but still, you know. And if this does okay, maybe we'll get a chance to give him another chance. We'll see what happens. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on Morbius and what have you? You can tell me in the comment section below by what have you, what you think of and whatever you just whatever you want to say. Just leave a comment, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my ranking of the Zoomers from season 5 of Zoom. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out these recent films that were taken from Marvel. In the upper left hand corner is the spoiler free review I did for Venom, Let There Be Carnage, or if you want some Spider-Man, go to the upper right-hand corner for my spoiler-free review of what is this film, which is still hanging in there. This has been doing so long. After 4 months of being out, Spider-Man: No Way Home, which is not too far away from being released on physical media, even though it's on digital. Or if you want something else, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of the last film I went to see in theaters a week ago, and that being The Lost City. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.